Welcome to today's video tutorial. In this session, we will build a face recognition-based social media app using Java. This will incorporate important technologies such as OpenCV for image processing and an underlying database to store user data. Let's begin by discussing the planning phase. This app will allow users to upload images, perform face recognition, and create connections with other users. We'll need to set up our development environment first. To set up your environment, ensure you have the following tools installed: JDK, Maven, an IDE like IntelliJ IDEA, and OpenCV. Start by creating a new Maven project in your IDE. OpenCV library will be critical for our face recognition functionalities. To include it, search for the latest version of OpenCV and add it to your Maven dependencies as shown in the POM file above. Next, we need to configure OpenCV in our project. Download the OpenCV binaries from the official site and extract them in a folder. You will need these binaries available when you run the app. With OpenCV set up, let's start coding the image upload feature. This will allow users to upload pictures to the application. We will create a simple Java Swing interface for this. In the code above, we created a simple Swing interface that allows users to upload an image. The button opens a file chooser dialog, letting users select an image file. Next, we'll implement the face detection functionality using OpenCV. You'll need to write a method that processes the uploaded image and detects faces in it. In this code snippet, after loading OpenCV, we initialize a cascade classifier with the HAR cascade for face detection. The detected faces will be highlighted in the image by drawing rectangles around them. Once we implement face detection, we will need to recognize faces in the images. You can use LBPH, local binary patterns histograms, for recognition. Here's how to train a recognition model using OpenCV. With this method defined, we can train our model using a dataset of labeled images. The labels correspond to user IDs, making it easier to identify who the person is based on their picture. Now that we have both face detection and recognition implemented, it's time to connect our app to a database. We'll use SQLite for simplicity. Add the SQLite dependency to your Maven POM file. Once you have added the SQLite dependency, you can set up a database to store user data and their associated images. You will need to define a schema for user profiles. This SQL statement creates a simple users table to store user IDs, names, and the file paths to their face images. You can run this statement in your SQLite database manager to set it up. Now let's implement methods to add users and retrieve their data from the database using JDBC. In this class, we establish a connection to the SQLite database and define a method to add new users. Ensure you handle exceptions properly in a real application to avoid runtime errors. Now, let's integrate our face recognition methods with the user profile creation. In the Upload Buttons action listener, we will detect faces, recognize them, and add users to the database accordingly. This updated action listener detects faces from an uploaded image, extracts them, and stores the face image along with the user profile in the database. This is how users can join our social media platform. Next, let's work on the graphical representation of user profiles. We will showcase users' images and their details in a gallery format. The User Gallery class creates a new frame that will hold a panel of user images. You'll need to modify it to actually populate with users from your database. Finally, we'll implement a feature to connect with friends, allowing users to send friend requests and see who is online. You could create another table in your database to handle friendships. This SQL statement establishes a basic friendships table to manage connections between users. You can add methods in the User Profile Manager class to send and accept requests. Let's wrap up by discussing potential improvements and features you could implement next, like user authentication, image filters, and real-time notifications. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts. Happy coding!